Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. A lot of reactions have trailed the Supreme Court verdict over the double nomination of Shettima, as it has thrown it away over the issue of local standing. But as it is, Labour Party presidential candidate, that's Shettima, vice presidential candidate, media group have reacted. Festus Keyamo have reacted. In fact, Charlie Boy has something to say that may surprise many Nigerians over this same matter. And of course, the traditionalists also have decided to give a charge to Bola Tinubu. All this, we're going to wrap them up quickly into one. Before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it to be a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you obtain update our channel on YouTube. Let's hit the ground running. Let's start with what Festus Keyamo said. The Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Festus Keyamo, has reacted after the Supreme Court dismissed the People's Democratic Party suit challenging the alleged double nomination of Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima. Recall that the opposition party claimed the act violated electoral laws. The appellant anchored its appeal on claims that the appellant court erred in law when it dismissed its appeal and affirmed the judgment of trial court that held that the suit was incompetent and lacked in merit. According to PDP, APC breached the law by nominating Shettima as the senatorial candidate for Borno Central and as a vice presidential candidate for the party. But however, the Apex Court, in its judgment on Friday, agreed with the lower court that PDP lacks the local standing to institute the case. Justice Adamu Joro, who read the judgment, added that the PDP acted as meddlesome interloper and a busybody, as it is an internal affair of the APC. The sum of 2 million naira was awarded against the PDP, even as the suit was dismissed for lacking in merit. Reacting a few minutes after the news broke out, Keyamo, in a post shared on his social media handle, said the law is devoid of sentiment, stressing that the opposition party had no case in the first place. Let me quote him word for word. He said, "Law is devoid of sentiment. There was no case in the first place. We will continue to educate them." Of course, the said also react to this very quickly. Yusuf Datti Baba Ahmed, the 2023 vice presidential candidate of Labour Party, has once again expressed a strong opposition to the scheduled swearing-in of President-elect Bola Tinubu and his vice president Kashim Shettima. Report has it that Baba Ahmed believed firmly that inaugurating Tinubu, whose electoral victory did not meet constitutional requirement, according to him, would undermine democracy itself. The Labour Party vice presidential candidate criticized the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Mahmoud Yakubu, for recklessly issuing a certificate of return to Tinubu. With only 4 days remaining until Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu assumed presidency of Nigeria, Baba Ahmed emphasized that such a swearing-in ceremony would be a direct assault on the democracy. Datti conveyed his message to a gathering of elected officials from the Labour Party, including 8 senators-elect and 36 members-elect of the Federal House of Representatives through Zoom telecast in Abuja. During his address, Datti firmly asserted that the event that's set to take place on May 29th are a clear violation of the Constitution, and I emphasize a clear violation. I say this without hesitation due to the urgency of the matter. The petitions challenging Tinubu's victory in presidential election held on February 25th continue to fuel debate across the country. While some are calling for the postponement of the inauguration, others argue that the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal must deliver its verdict before any inauguration takes place. Despite these concerns, the federal government remains adamant that the swearing-in ceremony of the president-elect will proceed as planned, asserting that the ongoing litigation will not impact the event. Well, another news very quickly. The adherents of traditional religion have called on the Nigerian government to adopt Ogun, the god of iron, to swear in all elective and appointed office holders instead of the tradition of using the Bible and the Quran. According to them, this will curb the misappropriation of public funds, as it is believed that the god of iron's wrath comes swiftly. This comes as Nigeria prepares for the May 29 inauguration day, when President-elect Bola Tinubu and Vice President-elect Shettima, Kashim, Governor-elect, and others will be sworn into office. They are to be swearing in political office holders, either elective or appointed officers, in traditional ways or through the God of Iron. things will be better and they will stop embezzling our money because they know the immediate consequences of their action. Even the judiciary, the judges will too will give fair hearing and judgment. Well, another news very quickly. The famous Nigerian singer Charlie Charlie Boy has alleged that the judges across the nation have been instructed not to entertain any lawsuit against the May 29 inauguration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Well, according to him, the Supreme Court had fixed Friday for judgment on a suit filed by the People's Democratic challenging the nomination of Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima. But Charlie Boy on Friday morning alleged that there are plots to scuttle the judgment. According to him on his official handle, the entertainer expressed sadness, stating that the move would jeopardize the country's democracy. He wrote, and I quote him, "We have just been informed that there's a nationwide order from above to all judges not to entertain any lawsuit against the inauguration of Bola Tinubu on May 29th, 2023. This seemed to be an end to democracy in Nigeria, a very sad moment." On one hand, the Ogun worshippers, the traditional worshippers, are insisting that they should go traditional way to be swearing in some of these elect ministers on appointment and all. And now here it is, they are now also insisting, Shettima, Baba Ahmed himself have always been very vocal, is also insisting that there should not be any swearing in. And to make matters interesting, Kiyamo seems to believe very strongly that the law have no sentiment, it is devoid of any form of sentiment, that will keep educating them, will move. The likes of Inibege Effiong had said it clearly 3 days ago that there's no way, if it's on the grounds of Lagos local standing, that if it's on the grounds of Lagos standing, then there's no way that the Supreme Court will go against the appellate court. They may likely rule on the same direction, and from all indication, it has come to pass. Now the question now is there any other means? Now the likes of Charlie, I don't know where Charlie Boy got his information from, that there's now a standing order. If you say there's a standing order to that effect, according to Charlie Boy, which means we are, according to him, or if you're to judge by his statement, we are wearing democracy as clothes, we are not practicing it. But then the likes of, looking at the technicalities involved, the likes of Festus Keyamo believes strongly the law, if you can prove your case properly, then it may not favor you, but that's the law. Now, to make matters interesting, the traditionalists believe that maybe, just maybe, this issue of using the Bible and the Quran is actually the one that's making these guys, corrupt politicians, to keep looting with impunity. That why don't they just try using traditional means for a change? Whether Ogun or Shogo or Amadioha or Thunder, a corrupt person is a corrupt person. If he still intends to steal, he will steal regardless. Do you know the funny part? If you think it is because of the Thunder, they rather go to maybe Amadioha or even Oshungo to get protection against the one of Amadioha. That's to tell you how corrupt a politician or a person is. Just pray to have someone who's got integrity. Forget the issue of trying to use this measure or the other measure. Let's keep people of integrity in place and remove corrupt politicians. Only then are we going to make a headway, regardless of religion, region, or even ethnicity. If we do that, then we're on the way to success. That's going to wrap it up. Many reactions are feeling this, I must tell you. We'll keep updating you as it comes up. Have a nice time. God bless you. Let's meet in that conversation.